The Fully Geek.
Yes. Morning, noon, and night. What is going on, people? Welcome to episode 128 of the Fully Geek Pod. What's going on, boys?
Yeah, man, all good.
All
Man.
good, brother.
I'm
all
back,
good.
baby.
Yes, it's nice to see you nice.
Yeah, man.
I even got, like, I ain't gonna lie, Kel, I got messages like, why did you do that to Kel? Why did you do that? I said, I did what? He said, why did you just make his face? Why you not freeze up his face like that? I said, it weren't me, bro. His camera weren't working, bro. It's the best we could do.
Oh, gosh. And it was just, well, I don't know if you caught that conversation, but there's a little switch at the side of this laptop. That's all it was.
Are you
Switch it
serious?
off. Yeah. Pissed, bro.
It's one that
Yeah.
it's a security thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a safety thing, a security thing on the laptop.
So the people, you know, when man's just on the laptop by himself, the camera don't pick it up.
That's how you know that it's a new laptop, innit? That new security feature. So let's pop a new laptop.
We gotta go old school and put the tape over it. You know what I mean? We gotta put a little tape over it.
Trust me.
To be fair, my siblings still do that, you know. They still put tape over their laptops.
Yeah, I don't trust nothing, man. Even these new smart TVs. I know they're watching us, man.
Yeah.
Oh my, well, I hope not.
100%.
But we
hope
watch
they're not.
them.
I hope not as well.
We're all on Gogglebox where we don't even know it.
That's it, bro.
Trust me, man.
Someone's just sitting there busting up at us.
Broadcasting to Mars.
Yeah, bro. Look at him. He ain't even brushed his teeth yet. He's been up since he woke up. He's just there sitting on the scratching his balls. What's the matter with him?
Idiots.
Man, coming to the...
Some next Martians is laughing at us. We're their comedy, innit?
Yeah, we are. They're like comic relief, boy. All right, people. Oh, sorry. I really asked you how you were. Everyone had a good weekend? Everyone good week?
Yeah, man. How's your weekend?
Oh, wow. Okay.
See,
Yeah,
no,
nice.
I have to get in there. I have to get feedback.
It's cool, bro.
Feedback.
I'm good.
We're going to get a list of chores.
There ain't gonna be a list. There ain't gonna be a list. I've been good. It's half term, bro. I'm smiling. It's all good, bro. It's all good.
Oh, yeah, the half term.
It's all good. I've been doing my little, like, been going swimming and stuff. Been increasing the lengths and stuff in the morning pause. But so like I did 3K this morning. So I don't know. Hopefully, maybe by the end of the week, I might try and do a 4 or 5. I'll see how it goes. But yeah, that's cool, man. It's all good. It's all good in the hood. All good in the hood, boy. All right. Well, not last week. Obviously, we're talking about Prince Charles and the Queen consort Camilla. Allegedly, they both got COVID this week.
No, allegedly, I think it's facts, bro.
Yeah, no, yeah. The Twitter world is not feeling it. Twitter world thinks something else, but I ain't gonna be the conspiracy. Like,
What do you mean? Things like what?
Like,
What's that to think?
I don't know. Like, I don't know. Like, it's weird. Like, they're saying like they think it's something to do with the Queen and Are they just preparing us all this? Like, I just think they're chatting rubbish. Like, I just think they're chatting rubbish. I don't want to.
Preparing us for what?
I don't know,
What do
bro.
you mean?
I don't want to spread the
you know
rumors, bro. No.
You know you're doing it, man. You know you're doing it.
I'm
It's just
saying.
us.
No, I'm not doing it. I ain't trying to be one of them conspiracy nuts, bro. But they're saying that, I don't know, bro. I don't know. They're saying
Go on.
No, you know, like, all right, you know, when the Queen's husband, like before the Queen's husband passed, yeah, they were saying like, it's a bit hit and miss for like a couple months, innit? They were like, it might be on the way out, kind of thing. I think apparently Twitter's saying that might be happening to his missus. But I ain't trying to spread those rumors. I don't know, innit? It's just Twitter, innit?
No, okay.
You're talking in bed. What are you talking?
So basically, he's just saying that the queen is on her way out. Basically, that's what he's saying.
Yeah, but I don't want to be the person that says it.
Because
but that's what
they get better, you know, and stuff.
That's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. I ain't trying to have like CIA just kick down my door, or whatever, or the CIA, you know. Who
MI5.
You'll see Deadpool with a bat 10 he's gone on you, boy.
Yeah.
You don't know.
Yeah, nah. So that's what they're saying, but I don't believe it. So, but yeah, they got COVID. Hopefully they're all right. So yeah, they should be cool. Which leads us on to another royal. I'm just gonna call the man Andrew now. He doesn't get the status anymore. Andrew. He has now settled out of court. So obviously last time he was on some big man thing, he was talking about, I want to have my day in court. I think it's like, right, I have my day in court. So now apparently they've settled out of court for an undisclosed price or fee, should I say?
So do you mean settle taxpayers' money?
Exactly.
Taxpayers' money, just but you know what's funny on that? Because even though him saying he wants his day in court, she made a big hoo-ha about things by saying, it's not about money, it's about exposing on what these men are doing to vulnerable women. And now she's settled. So at the end of the day, it was all about money for her.
Yeah, standard, bro.
It was never about exposing him. Obviously, to a certain degree, but really and truly, it was down to just the greed and having a cake and eating it and walking off and laughing.
Bro, she saw the Me Too movement. I thought, yep, let me jump on.
No. We can't be. No, but look, it happened, didn't it?
We don't know that though.
It happened. It happened.
It's not improving. It being settled doesn't mean. I think they've advised Andrew, listen, do you really want to drag this through the courts and everyone will be, because in America, everything's on camera and film and stuff and blah, blah, blah. Listen, just do some settlement deal with her and just leave it as it is.
But it was previously settled. It was previously settled. This is the second settlement when she was younger. He gave her money before, and not saying
allegedly.
No, man, it means he's guilty,
it was.
Bruv. He's a guilty,
allegedly.
Bruv.
These are not facts.
And it's his fact. It's factual information.
Oh, this is all alleged. But
Bruv,
what I'm
guilty,
saying is, he hasn't been found guilty, so he's not guilty.
Bro, 3 occasions, bruv. The man's guilty, bruv. He's a wrong un. He's a wrong un.
He probably is, but what I'm saying is, now that the settlement's taking place, we will never know.
So
and that's a smart move. It's not even smart. It's a move that he could only do. Do you know what I mean? Because can you imagine a royal, he's like a senior royal member of the family being dragged through the courts, even being found guilty? Bro, that's an embarrassment on the whole family, man.
Yeah,
but does he get his status back though? Because
no. I think the Queen took it off him. He took it off him, innit?
Right. Even though it's been settled, even though he's not proven guilty.
Yeah, but I think that's even worse though, man. Like, I feel like if you settle in, that means that you got something to hide.
It does come across that way, 100%.
Yeah, it comes across.
Yeah.
I mean, look, I don't like the man, yeah, but you got Piers Morgan writing some big lengthy essay in the Sun newspaper tomorrow. Like, I hate the man, but like, I think he's a wrong un. Sarah Ferguson was right to leave him, and yeah. I feel sorry for Eugene and all of them, like his kids. You get me?
Yeah, man. His legacy's gone down the drain, man. 100%.
People have lost respect for him from the public wise, from family wise, and all that kind of, I imagine how Christmas was.
I just feel, it is. Sometimes I feel like you have to expose these man though, innit? Like, because I feel like you can't allow them to get away because of their status or their status. Yeah, do you know what I mean? That's my thing, innit? Like, because money talks, I hear that. But just because you got money doesn't mean you can get away from it.
It's not money as well, it's power, bro. Power.
Yeah, but it's still too much, man. That means like you can do whatever you want, but you got power, so you can just get away with it.
And they can, bro. That's the way of the world, man. We've seen it so many times, brother. So many times, and they will continue to get away with it. You've got money and power. Yeah, man. A lot of things you can just let slide.
Things have changed over the years for the last, I think, probably 10 years, where people are getting more exposed about certain situations that you never would have thought would have been ever be exposed. So it is coming out slowly, bit by bit, via the media, by socials, and it goes out everywhere, isn't it? So let it keep on coming.
All right, well, we'll park Andrew over there. We'll have to talk about him again. Rich, potentially looks like you're right, bruv. It looks like it could be the war between Russia and Ukraine.
Yeah, I'm not. Look, this Putin is telling people, listen, I'm telling you what I can do. I think was it the other day? Or was it after the pod? It was after the pod, last week's pod. I think Thursday. He was saying, you know what I can do with a switch of a button. You know what I have, and Putin, I take him so seriously because he's got no expressions.
I've never seen him smile, bro. Never.
And it just I know everyone's trying to jump in. Germany, I'm saying now to Putin, like, come on, bro, just chill out. I'm getting updates on my phone by Sky News. Troops have now entered Ukraine. Now they're pulling back. So it's gonna get. I think the next couple of days, I think it probably will kick off massively, and whoever else gets involved, it gets involved.
It was interesting because I know last week we spoke about it, and a couple of weeks ago we spoke about it, and we didn't really understand what would be the point of kind of entering Ukraine. But I know you sent that thing in the group. We said how much stuff was it, Kel? Sorry, how much stuff Ukraine actually. How much stuff Ukraine actually hold?
Yeah, man. But still, this is what I hate. This is what I hate about people that think they got power. So just because a neighboring country that you used to colonize, yeah, and you know the wealth they've got, you feel that it has to be yours. Do you know what I mean? Why? What gives you that right to feel like this? Listen, I want you to be under us. Do you know what I mean? Like, what gives you that audacity to think that it's not your country, bro? Leave it alone. Like China backing them as well now.
Russia or Ukraine?
China backing Russia, man.
Oh, they would do.
Yeah. You know what? Obviously, I don't want to go too deep into it because I read into it and I said to myself, I don't need to read too much into this. Just don't involve me. It is quite simple.
You are involved, bro.
I mean, directly, me.
Oh.
Us. Do you know what I mean? I know the UK is always going to be involved in any form of war and backing the people that we don't actually want them to back. Do you know what I mean?
USA jump, we say hi, bro.
Yeah.
That's how it's always been.
Well, hopefully, like I said, hopefully they do pull out of Belarus and it doesn't kind of continue with that, to be honest. For all our London listeners, it was announced today that Sadiq Khan, unfortunately, is going to raise the prices on TfL as of March. So the bus prices are going to go up, the tube fares are going to go up. Yeah, basically, it's all going to go up.
5%, the highest. It's the highest increase in like 10 years.
Yeah. In Sadiq's defense, they haven't raised the price of TfL for quite some time.
They have every year it gets raised. What do you mean?
Nah, they were freezing.
Year. Don't they go like?
No, they were freezing prices. They were freezing.
No.
Yeah, bro, they were freezing it.
Every year it goes up, bro. Every year.
No, bro, they were freezing it.
No.
They were. Also, I know, like the general public want you to say like, oh, we hate Sadiq Khan and that, yeah, but it's really the government, to be honest, because the government basically gave them a bailout because of during lockdown. Like, obviously, people weren't working everyone had to work from home, but obviously the buses and stuff still had to run in it. But there was no money coming in. So he went to the government, and that's why the government gave him a bailout. And then basically now he has to pay the government back. But everyone seems to forget that that's the reason why they're doing it.
Yeah, like, and I get why they're doing it. Like, because even if you, like, I think I don't know the drivers are still doing it, but they're striking every other week or so. There's a strike.
The tube drivers.
Yeah, the tube drivers. They go to, like, it's over 2 months, I believe. But I understand it. Lockdown hit. Like, whoever thought no one's gonna take transport? Nobody ever saw this coming. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? This is the biggest like shock of all time. Do you know what I mean? So obviously the owners of TfL or whatever, they're like, shit, we're out of pocket. And they probably never ever budgeted for this. Never ever. You know what I mean? So I get it. They're out of pocket. And even now, that's why they're forced us to go back in the office, isn't it? But even when we go back to the office, it's not going to be full time. It's not going to be every day. So they'll still be losing money, you know. So it's like, I get it, but just do it gently. Not just hit us in March. You're going to be paying X amount now.
But when could it happen though? Do you know what I mean?
No, do the increase, but I'm just saying, not by that massive margin straight away, bro.
Bro, I feel like we're all gonna feel it now. I'm sorry, I made a mistake. He froze it in the first 4 years of when he became London Mayor. So he froze the prices, all the pay-as-you-go prices in the first 4 years.
Okay.
But no, but it's I'm saying, look, fuel prices have gone up. Like where everything's going up now. Everything's going up.
But this is the thing. Everything's going up apart from my salary.
It is.
And this is the thing. This is not going to be sustainable. It's not going to be sustainable, and it's down to the organizations. Organizations always talk about retention, keeping their valuable staff and everything else. Valuable staff are going to be looking for new jobs because they can't afford to, travel in or paying gas or doing whatever. So it's a case of if we're going to survive this massive hike, our companies have to increase our salary to match what's currently happening in the market. If they don't, a lot of the valuable staff are just going to look for job roles. Probably they don't don't really like. Oh, do you know what? How much does it pay? Is it paying 10% more than what I'm getting now? Does it tally up so it covers my costs? Yes. Then the people will just jump ship.
And you're forgetting. Yes, petrol. Yes, TFR has gone up. What else has gone up? Energy.
Yeah.
So do you know what I mean? It's like,
as we said, the gas has gone up. Interest rates are back. Like
it's mad. Everything. It's like, but like Rich said, all these things are going up apart from our wages. Do you know what I mean? It's like, how do you expect us to live?
Yeah, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy, and I think a lot of organizations already are going through. Like, there's my company. They've expanded out to Manchester, and they made a brand new team. They made a brand new team, 10 people. In the space of a year, that 10 people have all left and gone to a competitor because they've paid at least 10 to 15% more.
Why are you still there?
In Manchester, I said. but you know what I mean? So it's like the competitor are paying more. And like once upon a time, I was one of the guys who was about loyalty in regards to organization, because I came from RBS. It's my first ever job, so not my first ever job, but second job. But it was like I'm always going to be there. I'm never going to leave for no one. But as soon as I left there, I just realized, it's not about that anymore. It's about earning that bread, earning that paper.
These companies don't care about you,
Rich. Because you're so easily replaced.
Trust me.
Even me and Murphy used to work together years ago, like at JJB.
Centuries ago.
Exposure. Anyway, go on, Karen. Yeah.
Ages ago. Look, even when I got my job at RBS, I refused to leave JJB because it was just like the attachment. But
it's like family, man.
It was his family. It was just. But when I left, I was easily replaced. And when I left RBS, I was easily replaced. And now I'm at an organization where I can be easily replaced, but they're losing a lot. And if they don't, and the current climate the way it is now, don't be fooled. I will look for opportunity. People, and LinkedIn has been off the hook right now. LinkedIn has just been constantly pinging.
It's bad. LinkedIn. Yeah, there's one job that's that came for me. I'm like, I'm all right. He goes, no, like begging me, yeah. I was like, all right, cool. Cool. I'll go for like the Zoom call or whatever, yeah. And near to the Zoom call, I was like, I'm cool, man. I was like, no, I'm all right. But today, don't you want to just give it a go? Just give it a try. I'm like, wow, what's going on?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, LinkedIn's mad.
So obviously, the recruiters are there for their percentage.
Yeah.
However, the raw opportunity for yourself is massive. Because it is automatically a pay hike to what you're currently earning. You would expect so, and probably a better title, but a better level. And everything I've been contacted about, I thought, the people are really onto it. And
so I know it's a bit off topic. But it puts me off. Go for this. You have to do like 7 interviews nowadays for jobs.
Oh.
Bob, it's so annoying. I'm like, I can't be bothered.
No more than 2, mate. I'm not involved.
Yeah, man. Anyway.
But yeah,
like it's really like you freaking want me or not? Yes or no, isn't it? Like, stop this one thing. Freaking want me? Yes or no, isn't it? Like stop this one thing.
Yeah, man. Like count Mount Everest and thing. Come on,
12 trials of Hercules. No, I forget.
Yeah, bro. It's like, listen, it's long.
I read it on. I think I was reading Twitter yesterday. And similar to what you're saying about like the several different stages to interview. So it was like a recruitment thing. I can't remember what they were doing, like a plan. I think some girl had applied for like some planning parties or planning kind of something, events or whatever. So they had said to her, they wanted her to plan this event for them, like this recruitment event, like free of charge, like just plan the event. And they were going to say, like, I want to use as evidence that we can see what you can do kind of thing. But she's like, hold on, no, I'm not doing this. This is something that you would pay me for if I was working for you, yeah?
Exactly.
You want me to do your whole event for free so I can get a job so I could do your events? She said, no, allow it.
Yeah.
And you know them ones, their companies will always try and take the piss in it and make you do things and then just take it. So I mean, I've even known of them that are saying, okay, we want you to write this program. Like, how would you do this? How would you analyze this data? Then they take their information and keep it.
Yeah.
And then say, okay, so you've been unsuccessful.
Yeah, man.
So my current organization, this is what we do. So we're really heavy on graduates coming in, and you know, they're quick to learn everything. They come in, we give them a project that nobody wants to do. Yeah, everybody hates it because you're a graduate, because you're young. You think, yeah, I'm going to do it and understand everything. So they put together some presentation. We think, yeah, thank you, excellent, take care, enjoy your rest of your life. And we take their presentation and just adapt it to more common knowledge, understanding, and use it and turn it into the business.
What company you work for again?
No, I don't know.
Okay. I'm legally blind.
But a lot of organizations do that because that's why they're really pushing a graduate scheme. So a lot of you see a lot of companies, you think, oh, you're relatively young vice president, but they've all come on from the graduate scheme. They're like a lot of graduates coming into the organization.
Yeah, no, definitely. All right. Well, let's move on from one of these jobs. All right, guys. Last week Sunday was the Super Bowl. Super Bowl 50. To be honest, I ain't gonna lie. I don't remember my Roman numerals. I can't remember what number it is. Yeah, but I do know the LA Rams won.
Jeez.
Shout out.
Thank Cronky's team.
Shout out Cronky. You get me?
AKA Arsenal.
Yeah, hopefully they'll come and I don't know. I was expecting, to be fair, I was expecting maybe some of the Arsenal players to be in the crowd or something. You know what I mean? Like, we weren't playing that weekend, so they could have hooked them up. You know what I mean? But more over than the Super Bowl show, although the stadium is absolutely amazing. The stadium looked absolutely superb. I was more concentrated on the halftime show, which was...
Did you watch it then?
Yeah.
The whole game?
You stayed up?
I stayed up. No, come on. I stayed up for a little bit and then I pressed records and I just watched it in the morning. Bro, I ain't got time for this, bruv. Bruv, I had to get up to go swimming, bruv. You know the ones that I haven't got time to be staying up all night. I can't do them things no more, bruv. Like, even though it's half term, I need to make sure I still stay in that routine of not going to bed like super late at the crack. You know what I mean? Like, just going to bed at a normal, decent time, whatever.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But the halftime show was all right. I'll be real. American football, I don't bloody understand it. Like, I just don't bloody understand it. First down, second down, third down, fourth down. He's got 4 yards. Oh, how amazing is that? I'm like, bro, he got 4 yards, bro. He can jump 4 yards. I don't understand why we're celebrating.
I don't
like,
get it.
At least with rugby, I get it. You get me? But they had Dr. Dre on there for the halftime show, and Dr. Dre brought out Snoop, Mary J. Blige, Eminem, 50 Cent, Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah.
What did you, man, think of the halftime performance?
I was underwhelmed, to be honest. I was like, it wasn't. It was all right.
Oh, come on.
It was all right.
No, it took me back to those MTV musical shows where you had people like Puff, Busta Rhymes. The energy it just reminded me of that, innit? Right, so it was music that we kind of grew up on. You know what I mean? But yeah, I liked it. It was entertaining, man. And it just goes to show that they've still got it, innit? Still got it.
Rich?
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I think Mary J. Blige smashed it. I liked Eminem, his role, and I liked Kendrick Lamar. He smashed it as well.
I saw a meme, yeah. It had Zeke's picture on it. It goes, "What, Monet sings too?"
All right. I enjoyed it. I have one. Well, not even an issue. Like I don't really like get Kendrick sometimes. Like I know everyone thinks Kendrick is amazing. I don't.
Not me.
So that was the worst bit for me. But I'm not gonna lie, like loud man, but I don't know what it is. But bruv, I think I really like knee-high boots now, bruv. Like I don't.
What is he about to say?
No, not even gonna say nothing. I like.
No, I'm
knee-high
saying
boots.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Because like Mary J. Blige, yeah, like whenever I watch her, yeah, like she always rocked the knee-high boots. Like she always has like shorts on or whatever, and these knee-high boots. But you know, like I'm not even a man that likes boots or things.
I don't like boots. I hate boots. I like to see leg. I like to see the whole leg. But I hate boots, bro.
I don't know, for whatever reason, Mary, when she has these knee-high boots, like I don't know, it works. I don't know. That's. I'm not saying that's one thing I took from the performance, but I was like, right, I didn't know that. I didn't know. Yeah, and I liked it because like it's Monet and that. You know what I mean? But I thought it was nice. I thought it was good. I thought I think people were saying I think the internet was a bit cruel, taking a mick out of 50 Cent.
50, that was jokes.
To be fair, 50 was he was in on it. He kept on reposting everything himself. Yeah. To be fair, I didn't expect 50 Cent to be upside down at that part either, to be honest. So. In the G Unit vest from yesteryear.
I had two G Unit vests.
I would have done 2 lines and then fainted whilst I was upside down.
Bro, the blood to his head.
I was tangling like.
Yeah, but I think, like I said, a lot of the fans, a lot of the kind of love on like from the celebrities and that they rated the halftime show. Do you know what I mean? They were all there, so yeah, I thought it was good. No, and I think it was like an old to West Coast as well, because obviously they was out in LA as well.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, no, it's good, man. I enjoyed it. This week, Saturday, we have got one of the grudge boxing matches, which for me is probably about 5 years too late.
Even more than that, man.
Yeah, probably more than that, to be honest. But we're gonna have the Amir Khan versus Kell Brook. Will you be watching this?
Yeah, I'll watch it. But
yeah, I think
they're both old now. Who really cares? And this fight won't determine who's the best because you're not fighting you're fighting at the end of your career. So, like you said, Nate, this should have happened well over 5 years ago. So it's just something that just say they're fought, but they should have fought when they were at the peak, 100%. But I watched did you watch the gloves off?
Oh, guys,
I haven't watched it. I watched it.
Hair look awful.
No, but doesn't he just look like, yeah? Sorry, it sounds really bad, yeah. Like pause. I'm not saying anything, but doesn't he look like somebody that if he didn't have boxing, I don't know what he'd do in his life. Like even just how he sounds, bro. Like he just
mumbles and stuff.
Yeah, bro. I just like. If you weren't a boxer, I don't know, bro. Maybe you would have been one of them youths on road or something. Because I don't really know what was going on in your head.
And the way he was begging for some sort of for like Khan to acknowledge him. I'm like, why? Yeah. Who's Khan, bro? Yeah. You become a world champion yourself. Do you know what I mean? Like you went, like you said, you went the hard route, and you were successful. You fought Triple G. Yeah, you lost. But you've had big fights, and like it's just like but he doesn't appreciate me. He doesn't even mention me. I'm like, why do you want him to mention you, bro?
Yeah,
it was weird. It was just weird.
It was almost like he was beg friending, like, and I just felt like even the beginning of it, they were talking about it's like, okay, why? Okay, now you lot have got to this stage. I know there's been little times where the fight could have happened, but it didn't happen. Now it's happened. And all they kept on arguing for about 10 minutes was why it didn't happen the first time.
Exactly.
I was like, bruv, we already know. Look, it's happening now. Like, stop talking about the past. It's done now. Let's keep it moving.
Like, honestly, I thought Kell was going to win this fight. But after seeing the gloves off, I'm like, I don't know now. I don't know.
But didn't Kell have a serious eye issue?
Twice. Yeah. Twice. He's taking a
big risk then, isn't it?
Did he get stabbed as well?
Yeah, he got stabbed. He's been stabbed a couple of times. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I ain't gonna lie, they're hella disrespectful to each other.
Yeah.
Like in the build-up, they're really trying to sell this fight. Like they are being very disrespectful. But it'll be interesting, like I said. And they talk about this sparring and Amir Khan, you know what it is? He's got this unlikability about him. You know, like he's got that kind of arrogance, like he's from Okay, no, that sounds really bad. I don't know, like he's from like Myland or Whitechapel or something. Like, you know, them kind of boys that think they're rude boys, like shut up. Like, but he drives a souped up BMW or one of those kind of guys. He's just in school, you wouldn't have liked him.
Why Marland, Nate?
Now that was a predominantly where some of the Asian young gentlemen that I was describing with the BMWs and stuff, that's where they live.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I was born in Myland, so it's no disrespect to Myland.
How long do you live there for?
I don't know, about a couple months still. I went. Nah, to be fair, I didn't. I lived in the Isle of Dogs, to be honest. But yeah. Well, yeah, we'll get back to next week. Hopefully, it's a good, decent boxing match.
Yeah.
And then hopefully we start to see some of them heavyweight boxes coming back, their matches as well, like the Tyson Fury.
Well, I heard Tyson Fury and Dylan, I think it's pretty much official.
Yeah, that should be official. That went to a purse, so that should be coming out.
Yeah.
But they haven't, Joshua hasn't announced that he's fighting my man yet.
Apparently it's going to be in May sometime, but it hasn't been announced.
Did you not see AJ the other day trying to eat, what do you call it? What's that thing called?
That guy, he's so cringe, you know.
The tortilla wraps.
He's so cringe, bruv.
Like, he was eating a tortilla wrap, but he started like trying to wrap it like a zoo. Like a zoo. I was thinking, really? Like, no one eats a tortilla wrap like that.
Are you a grown age?
Yeah. You're a big man.
Leave me alone. Let me have some fun.
No, we obviously, do you get me? Team AJ all the way, bruv. If he's here tomorrow, I'm Team AJ all day. Get me? I'm not gonna say nothing to his face, but behind the camera, behind the screen, you're allowed to talk the talk, isn't it?
Straight.
All right. We've had a couple trailers coming out this week, and I will confess, I haven't watched any of them. But the new trailer came out for Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah.
Did any of you press play?
Yes, I didn't.
All right. You know what? I said in the group, I'm not gonna watch it. My hand just went play.
Oh, yeah. So you couldn't pause it. You couldn't pause it, no?
You wanted to see it, man. Just a minute.
You wanted to watch it.
You heard all the hype that was happening around it. Yeah. And
no, but
you have to see for yourself.
Because I said to myself, we've seen the trailer previously. We saw it at the end of Spider-Man, and it was just like, I thought, how much more they're gonna show? What else? And boy, they didn't show anything. But what was heard was sufficient amounts of goodies.
You know what I'm going to say? I'll let you talk about it. The one thing I'm going to say is that I don't like that the world has watched the trailer.
But
not only have the world watched the trailer,
that's normal though.
No, what I mean is there is reaction videos, there's reaction posts,
everywhere,
there's Twitter posts, there's Instagram posts. Like, if you haven't watched it, you can't hide from it. You can't hide from it.
Like, I didn't watch, but I've got inkling.
Guys, please remember, it's Super Bowl. Yeah.
No.
So, one minute. So every year this happens. Yeah, a major trailer comes out, and it's always our Marvel worlds. It always evolves. So everything always comes up on the back of they show something, and everyone goes absolutely insane. And that's all it is. So you're gonna get that reaction anyway.
Yeah, but you know, from a man that doesn't want to watch trailer, like I just feel like I can't. Even when I go on YouTube, not to watch nothing to do with that, there's a reaction video. Oh my god, did you see that such and such?
Yeah.
Like
they probably deliberately put the full spoiler there as well.
Yeah,
like the picture, even the picture alone.
And there's nothing you can do. You can't run away from it. You know the ones that like
I'm unsubscribing it, unsubscribe.
Bruv, like there's things that you're not even subscribing to. You know, like sometimes the algorithm just says you think you might like this.
It's like, don't show me posts like this again.
Yeah.
Filter that out, mate.
Yeah, so that's where I am at the moment.
So Merv, so what did you think of it?
Well, this is an exciting time, man. A very exciting time. Like, you just heard the voice, but I don't know what trailer you watched.
Oh, I just heard
there were things in that trailer, innit?
No, I didn't probably. Again, I wasn't. The reason why on that trailer, I said to myself, I've seen most of this already, because a lot of the stuff we have seen already, like
you know what? It's kind of like the first trailer that we saw in the No Way Home, but with stuff in it. Like it's like they just interjected some stuff in there, and No way. No one's have to. You have to pause it and just every frame you have to watch in it. But I can't even. I'm not even going to say anything because
it's best symbols.
And Nate,
no, but that's what I'm saying. But that's like as much as I don't want to.
The internet ruined it for you.
That's the internet has already ruined it. The internet's already ruined it for me. Yeah. So much so that I think to myself, I might as well watch the trailer, but I'm gonna go back to old school.
Kel's gonna watch it.
I was tempted. I was tempted because like Nate said, because the internet's ruined it for me. I might just watch it and see what everyone's talking about. Yeah. But I'm like, nah. I'm
gonna go back to old school. Like I never used to watch any form of superhero trailers.
Yeah.
Like I think Kel might have been with me times in cinema. I actually walk out. Like if they're showing a trailer for a film, a superhero film coming up, I'll walk out of the cinema and go and wait in the foyer until it's finished. Like I really don't want to. Like I don't mind normal trailers, but those I just really don't want to watch it. Ever since they did the whole Batman Superman, I haven't been able to forgive them.
Do you know what? The trailer that really the spoiler of life here was Thor Ragnarok when Hela caught Mjolnir and cracked it. Like why would you show that in the trailer? It doesn't. Well, I suppose obviously the film's not going to be about Mjolnir in it, but you can't do stuff like that, man.
Yeah. You know what I hear about trailers as well? Trailers show parts of the film. The trailer, you watch a trailer and you're waiting for that part up to show, and it doesn't show. Like
like Hulk running in the background of Avengers.
Yeah, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Like,
but the thing is,
especially with CGI now, you can just manipulate a trailer the way you want. What you want people to be.
Stuff like that, I don't mind because the film was outstanding anyway.
Yeah, for real.
But like this trailer, I'm telling you now, right? If my Marvel guys do it right, they've taken it beyond.
Yeah, I know you're gonna watch it again afterwards.
Of course, I am. See what I'm saying. Also, I think maybe there should be a rule that on a Marvel trailer, on a superhero trailer, you're only allowed to show what happens in the first 30 minutes.
Oh, like Hunters, yeah.
Yeah, like you should only ever be able to show a trailer in the first bit of the film. You should never be able to show something that happens right at the end.
Yeah. No. But anyway, it's going to be good, man. I'm predicting at least 700,000 by box office. 700 million, I should say. Sorry. No. Yeah, you know what I mean. It's going to make numbers.
It will make numbers. It will do numbers because it's the
Bermuda's maths, boy. Bermuda's maths.
It was wild. It was wild maths. But this will be the first Marvel film since what? Black Widow.
No, in No Way Home.
No Way Home, yeah.
Yeah, but that's a Marvel / Sony project.
Marvel, it's Marvel, bro.
Or if it's not...
Sony's eating off of that, so that's why I'm saying.
But you know what? But you know what? But remember, Doctor Strange: Multiverse of Madness is from Spider-Man: No Way Home. It's sort of a continuation because of what you've done.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
maybe.
And it's going to be the 28th film. You know, I swear, like I was up to number 21, and where did the 7 come from? Man, isn't it? Like we're up to like Doctor Strange would be 28 films of MCU.
Shit.
Mad, isn't it?
That's mad. That's mad.
Yeah, I'm so excited for it. I'm also scared. Like,
you can't be scared of these things anymore.
No. You know when something's
they won't flop.
I know.
The things in the trailer, you can't be scared, man. It's only excitement, isn't it? They have to deliberately go out their way to make this film like. And not only that, Sam Raimi's directing it, bro.
Yeah.
Good things, mate. Good things.
To be honest, Kel, I'm more interested in Batman coming up soon.
Come on.
I'll wait for Thingy. Do you know the ones that like for me, that film's out in May. Batman's what, next month?
Yeah.
Well, I suppose since we're talking about trailers and that very underwhelming DC trailer came out, isn't it?
Which one?
Oh yeah. I was gonna put in a group.
The flat, like they showcased Flash, Aquaman 2, Batman.
Oh, what did they do? DCEU Day or whatever?
It wasn't even that. It's just the world needs heroes, isn't it?
It was like a trailer, but they put
everyone Superman. Well, no Superman.
Snippets. No Superman. Yeah.
Oh wow, you look, bro. You got post these in the group, man.
I know. I was going to.
I thought you did, Merv. I thought you posted it in the group.
No.
Oh, but you know what? It's because DC is so weak. They had to merge them.
Innit? They don't even deserve a trailer of its own.
Look, this is how deep it is. Nate, this is how deep it is, you know. And this is my man over there who loves Batman so much. They had to merge all the superheroes in DC or the new films coming out into one trailer. And it's just like, I said to myself,
It's a few seconds. It's a teaser. It's not a trailer.
It's listen, okay, a teaser which is pointless teaser because he didn't do nothing for me.
Isn't it?
Pointless.
But he didn't watch it,
the thing that would have made it great if they showed Superman at the end, didn't it? But they didn't. So
yeah, but that's because the Superman project's not coming out. They can't just make one up. The thing is,
exactly, bro. Exactly. Just like he says, the bat is dead, boy. So is DC, isn't it? Like they need to bring it back.
Dead. DC's not dead, man. DC's not dead.
Yeah, guess what? It is.
It's not.
It is. Like, I don't know why they're scared. Like, anyway, yeah. Anyway,
I don't know, man.
That was my DC run, mate.
I'm still here for it, to be honest.
I'm here for it, man.
Oh, we know that.
Oh, shut up.
They had the Lord of the Rings TV series trailer came out. I'm yet to watch it, so I'll talk about it more next week.
There wasn't much. I watched it, but there wasn't much.
No, they didn't really.
Yeah, he did.
Okay.
Show the young Gadriel, basically, didn't it? Gadriel, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, and quite diverse set of characters as well.
Mm-hmm. That was expected, though, didn't it? That was expected.
I've been hearing some backlash from that way.
And gender reverse, like obviously, there's a lot of female lead roles now as well.
Yeah, just saying some backlash where how they're trying to ruin what's his name?
Toykin.
Yeah, what's it? Is it TR or TK? TR something? TK. Yeah.
Yeah.
His name. We've got a book in it, man.
I've got loads of books. JRR.
Yeah.
JRR.
You're close, man. Don't worry.
Although I was trying to wrap my head around there, like.
Yeah, JRR. All right. Well, I've also got some new reveals. Well, some other celebrity or showbiz news that was coming out. For those that like Peaky Blinders, Blinders is coming back. I think it is a few weeks' time. I think maybe March. You know, it's
20. Did you say 26th of the 27th of Feb?
Is it 27th of Feb? I said.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, then it's 27th of Feb. Yeah, season 6.
You know, I stopped after season 4 because I thought that was the perfect way to end season 4. So I haven't watched season 5 yet. You know, I'm scared.
Man ended it himself.
Yeah, because bro, you don't understand how much I loved Peaky Blinders, bro. Loved it, and season 4. Mates.
Yeah, go on, sorry.
Season 4 was meant to be like the climax ending. You know, what I mean, perfect ending, perfect, and I believe that was the end for it because season 5 did come like 2 years afterwards. I think after.
Yeah.
So you could tell this is made up. Like, you know, the fans really want more. Let's give another season. So I was scared to watch season 5. I was scared to watch it.
No, it was good still. I can't really remember what happened, but I'm just curious what they're going to do with Helen McCrory's character, isn't it? His sister.
Oh yeah.
She passed away, innit? So that's
of course.
So I hope.
Of course, yeah.
I wonder if she had time to film this season. Or so that would be interesting. Like,
I forgot about that.
Yeah, probably a fundamental piece of the series as well, man.
Trust me, man.
I'm gonna lie, I never watched one episode of Peaky Blinders, boy.
No, Peaky Blinders. But you, man, it's a slow start. So you're rich. I don't know. I doubt you guys will watch it.
When you watch that, I just want to go out in some beret and long jacket, bro. And start.
Trust me.
Beefing up London, man.
No, but I love that. I love that series, man.
I feel like one of them. I feel like that would have been a series that I should have watched when it came out.
Yeah, probably.
I feel like I don't know. I just don't know if I got the time.
I don't think I watched it. I don't think I watched it when it came out. I feel it's probably like a season in or 2 seasons in before I started watching it.
It could work for you now. That's the same way I've done Money Heist, isn't it?
But Money Heist
fully invested, man.
Money Heist was exciting.
So.
No, this is exciting, but I'm just saying because it's like the first few episodes of season 1, you're just like, what's this about? Well, it's so long, but you have to stick in there, and it all makes sense, kind of thing.
I think it's the same as the other one.
Kicks off.
The same as the other one you told me to watch, the one where the women can't have kids.
Oh, Handmaid's Tale.
Handmaid's Tale.
Oh, Handmaid's Tale. No, that kicks off from the start. from the start that kicks off. So
I read the book. So the maddest thing is I read the book in preparation to watch it. I haven't got around to watching it. So
it's a day, mate.
Yeah, I see. I've got a couple more days of half term. All right. There's a Bob Marley film that is in the making, and they have announced that British actor Kingsley Ben-Adir is going to play the role of Bob Marley. And we know Kingsley from One Night in Miami when he was playing Malcolm X. Yeah. I think he's been in other few things, but I think that's probably the biggest one. He's also been in Peaky Blinders as well.
Right.
Yeah. As Colonel Ben Younger.
Was that season 5?
To be fair, I don't know what season it was.
No, probably before, man.
He was in there for 5 episodes.
I know I've seen his face. It's one of those faces you've seen, but it's like, now you really go back. Oh, he was that guy.
Because there's only one black family and in Peaky Blinders, right? Was it Zachariah?
Yeah.
And his son. Those are only 2 black people of color.
He was in. I think he was in series 4. He started. He was first seen in series 4, episode 5, and he was last seen in series 5, episode 5.
Okay.
I don't know what he does in the program. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah. What do we think about him playing the legend that is Bob Marley? I know Dizzle wasn't very happy, and he stated his facts and he stated his reasons, and he believed that actually there are probably better people that could play him, maybe more authentic. Just get a Jamaican actor who's got a proper accent as opposed to a British accent.
Obviously, I'm sure that because apparently a few of these Bob Marley's children are in production.
Yeah.
So they obviously would have had a cast, and obviously there would have been a lot of what's it called, auditions or whatnot. Yeah. So he must have pulled it off good, his accent at that time, because obviously, he must have done a good Jamaican accent for them to say, I like this guy. So
I suppose when you see like casting and immediately you think person's wrong for this role, like I suppose you have to wait until they actually see them act, innit, really?
But I think never know. Yeah. I mean, what Dizzle's concern is obviously like Bob Marley. Come on, like this is like this film should be iconic. It should be on Ray's levels. Do you know what I mean? Kind of film. So you can't get anything wrong. That's what he's saying. You can't get anything wrong with this film. This is a Bob Marley film. Do you know what I mean? So this is like a what's it called? I'm gonna say precious. I want to say precious, but there's a better word to say than precious. But like,
I know what you mean.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Well, I suppose you always got to get the right man or woman for a job, innit?
Oh, you always got to go for the right man for a job. But you know what? I don't know, man. You couldn't find a man with locks.
But I'm surprised one of his own children didn't play.
You got to act, innit? You can't just.
No, he's got a couple of kids that can act. Couple of kids that can act, though.
But grandkids.
I guess when you think about it, look at like I don't know, like what's that film called Bohemian Rhapsody, and you got Rami Malek playing Freddie Mercury, and he smashed it. I mean,
smashed it. Yeah.
Like, and he's not even. I swear he's like, he's not even British, isn't it?
I don't think he was British.
No, he smashed it. Oh. And to be fair, I mean, even I can't even see Arinze Kene, the British actor. He plays Bob Marley in the Bob Marley show in the theatre that's in West End at the moment. He's a Nigerian guy. He's Nigerian born British. He was the one that was in EastEnders.
Okay.
You'd recognize his face. He actually plays Bob Marley in this thing. So I guess it could be anybody.
Yeah, but that's different. I mean, theatre.
No, but cool. What I mean is like you could still. I guess you can have that authenticity of playing that role, but it was a little bit weird that you didn't get.
I don't want to see Dizzle. Them horrible fake dreads that we always.
No, but that's what you're gonna see. That's what I'm saying. You're gonna see.
This is what I'm saying. I don't want to see that, man.
Bruv, I'll be real. I feel like you could have got Natty to do this, bro.
Well, it's as well. It's like, it's all those combinations. It's those combinations of someone that can actually act. Yeah, that probably maybe perhaps do method acting in terms of getting all the what's the word called whatever, like the accents, tones, whatever. And also, like how many people with that hairstyle is on that acting quality as well? Do you know what I mean? There might be, but they just probably have to just search far and wide, man. And they probably got deadlines, isn't it? It's true.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. It'll definitely be interesting. I will look out for that. I don't know when the release date is. I don't know. I think it's just in pre-production at the moment. And also tonight, which is the 15th of February, is the latest Verzuz, which is going to be Anthony Hamilton versus Music Soul Child.
Yeah, I'm with Rich. I thought they stopped doing Verzuz. Honestly,
I think this is the first Verzuz since. Well, obviously it's the first Verzuz since the last one. That's dumb. But I mean, it's the first Verzuz since we were like.
It's been a long break. It's been a long break. Yeah.
I think probably just before Christmas. Probably. The last one was probably. When was Fat Joe's one?
I don't know. Fat Joe's was the last one though.
No, I think I can't remember who the last one was, to be honest.
Was it Bone Thugs? It was Bone Thugs, wasn't it?
No,
it might be Bone Thugs,
Could have been. Yeah, the last one was Bone Thugs. Bone Thugs and 3-6 Mafia. That was December the 2nd.
December the 2nd.
Yeah, December the 2nd. So it's not. I guess it's not that long.
It's not that long. Okay.
2 months.
I think because it was like a monthly thing at a time.
Yeah. At one point it was like because I think they were having them a lot more regular.
Yeah. And what happened to the international one? Pure hype.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah.
So yeah, well, they're gonna have this one. It'll be interesting to see. For the music, for the culture, Music Soul Child and both Anthony Hammond, they both got some bangers. So it was a Valentine's special. I'm sure the ladies will love it, and I'm sure I'll catch it on YouTube at some point.
We didn't even talk about what we done for Valentine's, bro. No one spoke about that. Just some unromantic beings,
Next.
What next? Oh, bro, the maddest thing is,
ladies, I tried.
The thing is, the maddest thing is, every year Kel does this, Every year.
You might have some not romantic body your bodies.
No one ever said that, my brother, but it's just not about putting it out there in the world. Do you know what I mean?
Valentine's Day should be every day.
Thank you, Mav.
Thank
you.
It shouldn't be every day because it's one day. It's February the 14th.
Yeah, all that stuff. Yeah.
Did any men go out yesterday anyway?
It's not important. It's okay.
All right, cool. We'll save it to after the podcast.
If you want to tell us what you've done, just
come on, tell us what you did. Come on, talk the tinker. What did you do?
No.
What did you do?
Nothing.
Okay, what did you do?
Let's figure. This is like no one's. It wasn't even brought up. I was thinking, hold on a second. Valentine's. No one done that now.
No, we did. Happy Valentine's to everyone, to all our listeners. I hope you all had a good Valentine's.
Yeah.
Rich?
Yeah.
Bar humbug.
Just like Christmas to me. Another day of spending money.
I hate that. I hate that.
But we move.
No lies were told. All right. Lastly, before we go into our tours of TV and films, we've got RIP to Ivan Reitman. Reitman.
Yeah.
Okay, who passed away on Friday?
Yeah, I think it's Friday, yeah.
Friday, and he was the guy behind Ghostbusters.
Right, man.
Yeah,
original Ghostbusters. Yeah, one. I can't remember if he directed the second one, but yeah.
Yeah, one and two.
Yeah. Ghostbusters is his baby, basically, isn't it? No, it's quite shocking, obviously, because just having his son Jason Reitman direct the latest version of Ghostbusters, and he also produced that as well. So I guess at least he got to kind of do a final project on Ghostbusters, isn't it? Like it was basically that kind of send off for what's his name, Harold Ramis as well. So at least he got to do that. But no, done big things, man.
He also directed Twins.
Yeah.
Kindergarten Cop.
Yeah. Dave
and Junior.
Mm-hmm.
And he also was producer for films such as Beethoven and Space Jam.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. He's probably got that kind of pattern of film comedies, like action sort of thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mm.
R.I.P. man. Definitely R.I.P. man.
R.I.P. man.
100%.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're getting to our TVs and films. And we start with Power Book 4, Force, Episode 2. Anyone want to kick us off?
Just
everyone. Richard does it.
No.
Carl's not interested.
No, do you know what it is? This episode was definitely a much better from last week's.
Mm.
things definitely picked up and stories kind of progressed a bit further. Despite me saying it was better, there's a lot of chopping and changing scenes that kind of frustrate. At the same time, I think what they're really trying to progress so much so quickly, but when I expect this to last at least 2 to 3 or maybe 4 seasons. That makes sense.
No,
okay. So, like I said in the first episode of Tommy, there was a lot of storylines just coming at you constantly, and this second episode, obviously, because we've seen the first episode, we kind of knew a bit more about 1 or 2 people, but again, it was coming at you pretty quick. You know, Tommy and Diamond rolling together randomly, doing a move, and then again it was switching back to the dad, and you find out he's dying, and you know there's still a lot of things happening when instead of it steadily working in one character at a time and saving one episode for one particular character, they're doing a lot of forcing you to kind of understand loads of stuff that was happening when I don't think it's necessary right now.
I suppose that's what they've done with all of them, though.
Yeah.
Look when we got Power Book 2, that you just had the Monet's family, and you had the professors, the love triangle. That what's his name? Tariq was in. Like, so you had a lot of characters just kind of thrown at you at once as well. You know, I think where obviously we've had Power the whole 6 seasons, and you've had Power Book 2, Power Book 3, back to Power Book 2. This Tommy one just seems like completely, it's new, isn't it? It's fresh. Everyone's just like new characters, so I've just got to get used to them. And remember as well, we've had no break from Power either, so it's like straight on, even the same day that the last Power Book 2 was, we've just gone straight into it, so we've not even had time to process all these new people, really. Unless, of course, you just go back to the episode and do some research. Right?
No, probably.
I think I enjoy the pace of it. I don't think it needs to be slower. I think if it was slower, it would kind of take away from being Power. So I feel like Tommy has come and he wants to take over Chicago, and he's doing that as quick as possible, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like as quick as possible. Like he's making enemies, he's getting rid of enemies, he's doing all of that stuff as quick as possible. Like Tommy's old school. Tommy Egan believes that, I mean, he's under the tutelage of Kanan. He came up with Ghost. Like there ain't no one more powerful. Do you know what I mean? So in his head, like, who are these people?
Don't you find him to be a bit more watered down though?
Who, Tommy?
Yeah, in this one.
Yeah, he's older. I think he's older now, and I think he's seen what he can lose, if that makes sense.
And maybe,
like,
yeah.
So like the loss of like where all the girls that he's liked, they've all gone. His stepson, like all of that stuff. I could see his brother Ghost.
Yeah.
Even like his nephew Tariq and Tasha and all of them. Like his safety net has gone, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I guess he's a little bit. He's a little bit more reckless, but less reckless at the same time.
Yeah. And maybe and as well, because it's about him too. It's like maybe they have to stretch out his character a bit more, because obviously in Power is just a reckless one all the time, innit? It's hothead. But like now they have to, if they're going to do a whole season with him, they have to just basically give him a bit more character. So it's more character.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it. I will say this: Chicago, like everyone just seems to be a bad boy out there, though, bro. Like the amount of guns and the amount of little crews and groups and different factions. Like when they was dropping off, and I saw all of that, I said, no. It seems like it's real out there.
Do you know, it's so weird, you know. The only affiliation I had with Chicago when I was younger with Chicago Bulls, in it, Michael Jordan, happiness and what. But after I've seen bare things like with Chicago, you realise it's probably like quite ghetto. Like.
Yeah. The Shy, all of that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's Chicago's real, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like it's real out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I like I said, I enjoyed it. Kel, you're not feeling it?
No, you know what? I'll be honest. I didn't watch this episode.
Okay.
But it's some good revealing stuff that's come out of it. You know, obviously the woman that tried to kill Tommy, well, attack Tommy, she was in power.
Yeah,
season 2.
Yeah, she was originally power, and they let her go.
Yeah. So she was in power season 2, and obviously, also Tommy's met his nephew, not knowing that's his nephew. Because his brother has obviously had a child and no longer sees the child, but obviously the child's part of the gang where Diamond's brothers got some young youths who are kind of they take people out, the hitmen, should I say?
Yeah, so that was interesting. You see the relationship between him and his brother, also, and how that's kind of growing. I don't know. I enjoy it. I feel like I'm excited to where it's gonna go. I believe in the power of power, so I believe in like the story writers and all the rest of it. So like they haven't let me down with Power Book 2, Power Book 3, so I don't think they're gonna let me down with this one.
I don't think they'll let us down. I just think it just some of the story. I don't know. I just think some of the storyline is a bit.
No, with Power, you're gonna get that's what happens with Power. Some of the storylines there's gonna be nonsense. You know what I mean? That's Power in it.
Yeah, and with Power, like if you think about it, even when we look at Power Book 2, the second season, after episode 4, we were going, bruv, this is got a lot better. Like remember we were saying like this series is a bit dead. Then in the last 5 episodes, they just they took it out from nowhere.
Yeah, they go better, different.
Yeah.
So yeah. All right, cool. Well, that's Power Book 4, Force, episode 2. All right. This leads me on to our next show, what we've been looking at, which is Euphoria season 2, episode 6. And guys, I kept it real. I said it with my chest. I didn't watch it.
You missed out there, you know.
This was it's getting better, bro.
Yeah, man. The last 2 episodes for me have been the best.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Sorry, Nate's gonna watch it anyway. He's after this, he's gonna watch it.
No, you know what it is? I feel like I gotta like say I don't want to watch it and not watch it because it's just depressing. I just ain't got time to be watching depressing programs, you know. like you know what it is? That's what it is. I think that's what it is. I just feel my energy. This does nothing for my energy, bro.
I can see why you can see. I can see why you see it like that. Obviously, because it is depressing. It's not really a happy-go-lucky vibe. Kind of. It's not that. So I'm not expecting that anyway.
No, but you know what it is. You know me. I just got. I'm not. I'm one of them people that burn.
But there's some dark humor. There is dark humor in it. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But no, I enjoyed this episode again. Like the you know what, Zendaya, man, her acting.
Yeah,
man. Like she killed it. She killed it, man. The first scene and stuff in the first 20 minutes, I think it was just her. Yeah. She killed it. Absolutely killed it.
Just trying to just recover in it, like just trying to get off the drugs, man. And
trust me, even that phone call to Victor, I can't remember his name, sorry, in the show, but that emotional phone call to him, that saying apologizing and stuff, and like telling him like I'm sorry for what I said. Because even when she was going for withdrawals, that was the one thing that was in her mind, didn't it? Like, damn, I regret saying what I said to him. Her smash up the yard, her cussing her mum, sister, she didn't care about.
Yeah.
But how she spoke to Victor, like that's the one thing she cared about, you know what I mean?
Exactly, because he's probably deaf, like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? That's support. But it was good, man. It's like, bro, that conversation between Kat and her boyfriend, Kat, yeah. Like, like she basically just tried to dump him in it, and it's probably backfired on her.
Proper.
Shame. Like she just tried to go on, like just rather than saying, look, no, I'm not feeling it. Like,
well, what's wrong with her? Like, exactly, what's wrong with her? Like
she just tried to be like, oh, you know, what did she say? She's sick or she's got some brain injury or something.
Yeah, some nonsense.
Like, and he's just
ill.
like,
she's terminally ill.
Yeah, and he's like, what you're saying don't make any sense. Like, if you just want to dump me, just dump me. And
exactly that. Stop the longness.
Yeah, and then she's trying to put it back on him. He's like, you know what, this is long. Why isn't it? God.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah. So.
And then, Park gave me joke though. When so what's the guy's name? What's Victor's name in the show? Do you know what it is?
I swear it's something like
is it Ali or something?
Ali, yeah.
When Ali came to the house, we're cooking the meal. Yeah. And he goes, get out of the kitchen, man. You stink, bro. You're unhealthy. And he goes to the mum, you two get out of the kitchen. You know you've been washing our ass. It's straight facts as well. She's been barfing her, isn't it? And stuff. But yeah, man, I love that. You know what I love about this program? The humor is so real. Like, it's proper real. It's so realistic, man.
It is real. They're very realistic, man.
Yeah, man, I love it. Even the scene at the end, the last scene when the mom's just crying on the phone, like, please, she needs help. She's gonna kill herself. Bruv, I didn't cry, but it brought some emotion in me. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, and you can tell that happens in real life.
You know, mom's pain, man.
In real life when you're trying to get help and services are just like, oh, sorry, we can't help, or just don't meet a threshold, or something. Like, it's literally begging on the phone, crying. She's gonna kill herself.
Like, please save her. She's gonna kill herself. Please save her. It's repeating it, crying, repeating it. And then the camera just fades away, and then you see her. Bruv, sick, bruv. Listen, I'm loving it, man.
No.
Proper loving it. And obviously, you got the whole Matt. What's his name? It's not
Nate.
Matt. Nate, sorry. Yeah. Nate. He's a madman, you know.
With him,
madman.
Just to put the gun to her, you know. Just like,
what's wrong with him?
And the thing is, this is what I love and hate about it, because the characters in there, you hate them.
Yeah.
Like, some of them just like Maddie. Can't stand her, innit? But what Nate done to her is deep, man. It's like probably just scared her, innit?
Bro, that could damage her, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But do you think there's more copies of that tape?
Nah, I think that's it. I think that's it. To be honest, yeah. I mean, I see why he's doing it. I get it. You know, and maybe Maddie's that kind of character that's what you got to do to get it, kind of thing.
Yeah.
You got to break her down, because you know what? Like you said, I mean, when the whole thing kicked off, he was saying it. His fear is her not calling him, because he knows Maddie's on a revenge tip. So he knew what she'll be on. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he was right in a way. Although I think she had second thoughts about it.
Yeah.
And she wasn't gonna expose the dad. But still, the only way he could get it is by doing what he done. That Russian roulette. You know what I mean? So
yeah, I felt this episode was proper, like the way they're just sending for their mums, man.
Yeah.
Like both Cassie and Lexi's mum, like she just got sent for. Nate's mum got sent for as well. Like they're just terrible parents, you know, terrible mums.
Listen, man, I feel for them, because they all single. Well, no, okay. Nate's mum's, but Nate's mum's is having the time of her life, boy.
Yeah,
she's having the time of her life. But what's I gonna say? Yeah, Lexi's mum, is she alcoholic?
Lexi's mum, I don't know. She always seems to be having a drink.
Yeah.
So I think so. Yeah, there's something's dodgy about her.
Yeah. But that whole scene, obviously, I like the whole Lexi and what's his name? And watch it Stand By, because that's my favorite film as well.
Fez, isn't it? Yeah.
Fez, when I was younger, I used to love that film, Stand By Me.
Oh yeah.
So when they were talking about it, I was like, rah, I used to love that film when I was younger as well. And I like their relationship.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They're the only two people that are proper like root for in this.
Yeah, proper, really. Man. I like their relationship.
As bad as Fez is, like, but there's something about him.
There's something about him, man.
He's not doing his madness. He's
got a good soul. He's got good. You can tell he's got a good soul.
He's got some effort.
Yeah. I think that's what Lexi's drawn. Even though Lexi saw him broke up Nate in front of her, like, you know what I mean, she's still drawn to him, because you can see that he's got another side to him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's good that they got a film in common that they both love. You know what I mean? Singing the songs of, you know what I mean, stuff like that. But yeah, man, no, it's a good episode, man. Good episode, 100%.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Well, we'll back for episode 7 next week. Randomly, did you know that Elliot and Jules are dating in real life?
Oh, is it?
Elliot and Jules.
Elliot's the new guy.
Elliot's the new guy, the one that they were last week.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. Okay. Right. Okay. Cool.
Just want to let you know. All right. Cool. Rich, do you want to do Raising Dion before we do Bel-Air, or Bel-Air first?
Get Raising Dion out of the way.
No, don't put.
Raising Dion. Go for it. Go for it.
All right.
I'll be back, guys.
You're the newcomer to it.
All right. Well, Raising Dion. I know back in the day, Kel and Merv used to shut down the show, and used to make Richard feel really bad for watching it. And I understand Kel and Merv used to talk about the young.
Did you watch it? I don't think you watched it though. Did you watch it, Merv? The first season.
4 episodes, isn't it? And I jumped
okay, yeah.
Well, I've watched all of it. I've watched the whole 2 seasons in 2 days. Yeah. Rich, what a show, bro.
Yeah. So what are your thoughts? How do you feel about season 1? And
I enjoyed Raising. To be honest, I keep it real. I enjoyed Raising Dion. You know what it was? I thought to myself when I was watching it, I was thinking I could understand how some people say some of this ain't serious, yeah. But then I thought to myself, hold on. I watch CW, bruv. I've watched some of CW programs for years. Raising Dion is better than some of those programs.
This is what I'm trying to say. This is what I'm trying to say. So the critics that the feedback that I was getting from other people, I just don't think it was necessary. It's a little bit exaggerated, and I feel that it was probably something more against me than the actual TV show itself.
Oh, don't give it to yourself that much. Get out there, mate.
But hey, I'm not one firing shots at anyone directly.
No, I enjoyed it. To be fair, I enjoyed it, and I think you can see that. Season, it got better. Like season 1 is really about Dion and him getting the kind of superpowers and all the rest of it.
Yeah.
And it is really about his mum and how she deals with dealing with it and all that kind of stuff. And then you see, what do they call the man? No, they don't call it Electric Man.
Scarecrow. No, not the Jagged Man or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
And then you can see how, as a youngster, 8 years old, 10 years old, how he's dealing with that. 8 years old, I think he was at the time. Then in the second series, he's 10. Yeah. So you can see that he's grown up a little bit more. And also they've started to introduce other characters who also have powers and abilities.
Correct.
But I just feel like to myself, I'm looking forward to season 3. For me, I properly binged it, and actually I enjoyed it. I didn't not enjoy it.
Yeah, exactly. And this is where everyone whoever listens to the individuals who dislike the show, you don't always listen to them because the show is actually all right.
It is. Yeah. I didn't. My only thing I didn't like is I didn't like at the end when Pat became the baddie again.
Yeah,
I didn't like that bit because I just think to myself, you can't be an antagonist. It reminded me of why I didn't like what's Thor's brother called again? Loki. So why I didn't like Loki, because Loki was a baddie for too many. It was too many films. I was like, it's dumb.
He's always a baddie, bruv.
Yeah, but like that. It's like, oh, come on, I want a new baddie. So I want him to be gone. I don't want him to still be in it.
Yeah, I didn't expect that to happen at the end. Being honest, I thought there was a next chapter to it. But yeah, obviously he embraced the crooked man back into his body, and we wait for season 3.
But you see, even right at the end where you saw that was a grown-up Dion.
Yeah, definitely.
That was a grown-up Dion. Yeah. So that was quite interesting. I think Esperanza she's so funny. She's so funny, and her singing at that song at the end, bro, I was busting up, watching her do her auditions and some of the singing, you're like, allow it. But I even did my research on her, and she's actually that is her wheelchair, she is. Yeah. It's not like somebody pretending to be or have a disability. She genuinely has it, and that is that's her wheelchair, so everything.
Oh. For some reason, I thought Michael B. Jordan will make an appearance in this as well.
In the second series.
I forgot he was
the director.
Is he? Didn't he appear in the first one as well?
Yeah, he was in. Yeah, so he's a producer.
Well, he was the dad as well, isn't it?
Yeah, he is the dad. So he was in. He's been in a couple episodes in the first series, as dream sequences and all that kind of stuff. But in he didn't come in the second series.
Yeah, he didn't come in it. But I really thought he'll make some form of an appearance. But when Dion's mum was starting to get close to the new guy who's been training Dion, I thought, oh, okay, so that maybe Michael B kind of won't show up on it, or distract her or him throughout it. So it's a good. I just thought he'll make an appearance again, just because obviously it was part of the first one. So
yeah. But I quite like even Tevin's character. I like Tevin. The trainer, I do like him. Like
Yeah,
I think
he's not bad. Yeah.
Like I said, it's got, I don't know, with the little school now and with their little kind of training, it has that kind of almost like X-Men, the school part of X-Men.
Yeah.
Like not X-Men, but like the school part of X-Men.
Yeah, they kind of learning how to use their abilities.
Yeah. Kel, I'll be honest with you. I think you'd enjoy it.
No, it's too late for them, man. Because they've already got a negative vibe.
The thing is, the missus watches it, innit? She was watching it. So whilst I was watching it, I was in and out. So I was watching some bits, and I was just every time the bits I caught, I was like, "See, this is why I stopped watching it."
But Kel, when you think of it, is it any worse than some of the CW stuff that we've watched?
You know what it is?
No,
it's not. It's true. It's not only the kids acting that's poor, but I think everyone's acting is kind of poor. They're all corny and cheesy. Do you know what I mean?
Nah, Joey, that's American TV though, bro. Like I just think, like I feel like that's an American TV market. But I'm just saying, like
CW was like it was first of its kind. Do you know what I mean? That's why it got us because
and we have more loyalty to CW.
Yeah,
because it's DC characters.
You know the characters. You know what I mean?
If you're going to bring some new thing in.
No, but it is based off a comic.
Run, isn't it?
This is based off a comic.
Yeah,
but
it's not like Raising Dion, Batgirl or something. Who are you going to choose? I think that's a bad example. Like,
yeah, I know.
Maybe Titans or something.
Raising Dion over the Titans every time.
No. But you know what? You know what I didn't like? I didn't like the braiding guy, the little baddie guy. I didn't.
Oh, Brady.
Yeah. Some parts of his acting was good. Some of it was like, but the little boy did portray a devil pretty well.
Yeah, he was a naughty little kid, bruv. Like he just goes, I just walk into the shop. I don't even pay for nothing. I just make people give me stuff. You have not seen me. I have not seen you. Nah, he was moving mad. You know what it is, girl? I'll be real. It was light entertainment for me to be able to watch. And I didn't have to be like so into it.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed the little series. Like I enjoyed
the Michael B. Jordan show appearance.
No, not in the second season. No.
But the missus was saying that the ending was so corny though. Proper corny. The way the ending was probably like.
Well, that's what we were saying. We said that was the one thing. We didn't think that Pat should have became the new baddie again. It was stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like I said, I enjoyed it. Yeah, I don't know, man. There's a few things that I've had a chance to binge over the holidays. That was one of them. But we will get into Bel-Air. All right. Bel-Air was released.
Don't kill me, guys. I was able to watch it.
I haven't watched it either.
What?
Not alone.
Any of it?
Nah.
No, it came out yesterday, didn't it?
I watched all three yesterday.
Yeah, look. Man's busy at work, innit?
Man's busy. It's been so busy, honestly.
This was the icing on the cake for this episode.
I know.
It was. The logo was going to be
the holy
Bel-Air.
bro.
The imagery is going to be Bel-Air. I was trying to think of a little catchphrase that I could use. All right. Well,
go for it. I'm.
Yeah, it's Bel-Air. I'm not. You guys go for it, man.
I mean,
no. All right. Okay. All right. I'll try and do this without spoiling it. I'll try. No, it says I'll try. But I think I'm glad there was 3 episodes that came out. Yeah. And where before I was dead against it. I was dead against Bel-Air. I was dead against it. I said, I don't want to do this remake. It's nonsense. It's not like Fresh Prince. They don't look the same. I was that guy.
You were saying that, innit?
I was that guy. I hate it. I was on a hater. I was pleasantly surprised. It works. Like, and it's actually you don't realize time when you're watching it.
Yeah.
Like you don't. It's not. It doesn't seem long.
No.
Is it an hour?
45 minutes.
Yeah, about 45 minutes.
Yeah. If you download it.
Okay.
Yeah, I watched it on thingy. I just fast forward the adverts in it, but I was pleasantly surprised, bro. I was pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, I like how I just adapted to it straight away. It was definitely changes to the characters visually, storylines of the characters. Well, certain characters, I should say, that really surprised me a lot.
Yeah.
But it made sense although I still think that character needs a bit of work, just the character in the whole, but
they need to explain why he is the way he is.
I think I know why. They kind of more or less said why without saying it. But I just think
character. Who are you talking about? Which character?
Carlton.
Yeah, Carlton.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah,
that's all. Yeah.
But I just think that it's almost like they don't know what they want him to be in the things. Either like you're some preppy kind of guy or you're a roadman. What do you want to be? I think they need to fix that a bit more. I'd say that's the only gripe I've really got about
that. I just don't. The thing is, I just don't know. You know what it is? When you watch this, apart from characters' names, don't think of Fresh Prince when you're watching it. Yeah, don't think of Fresh Prince.
Because when I see Uncle Phil, that's not Uncle Phil.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Don't think of Fresh Prince. Just think of it as a totally separate thing. They've just got the same names. Yeah, because, but there's lots of odes to Fresh Prince. Like there'll be bits where he has an inside out blazer. There'll be bits where, like in that first episode when he had that powerful scene with Uncle Phil, I was thinking, hold on, we had to wait till season 4 for that to happen.
Yeah, I know. That's exactly what I was thinking.
You slapped it in the first episode, but actually, it all for me it works. Like it all works. Like this is like a proper modern day, like down to the music. Like Freeway was in the first episode. Yeah, like it's the music, the soundtrack, everything. It just makes it like relevant. Like, and I'll one bit I'll spoil slightly. Yeah, there was a bit where like Will and Carlton. Will goes to Carlton's school, whatever, and then like Carlton's friends, obviously they're all white guys, isn't it? And they're like rapping, and while they're rapping, they're using the N-words, but they're brazy with it. Like, you know, like they didn't say it once or even pretend to say it or say, they said it brazy. And I know, Rich, you think they all say it in America, but he was rapping along and Will was like, no, you can't say that. You get me? And Will was wilding out and like, Carlton's like, what do you mean? Like, American hip hop artists say it all the time and this is who they sell the music to. Why can't they say it? You're thinking like, but it was for me, it reminded me of the conversation we had last week, but it was also just like, it's proper modern day. Like they wouldn't have done this in the old Fresh Prince.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, but also you could also see that that's a Will thing. Because like, you know, Will doesn't like even cursing in his raps, innit? So you can even see that Will, that's a Will thing and all that kind of stuff. I was like, it's good, man. I like the characters. Hillary's not ditzy anymore. Like she's not that she's not that girl anymore. Like she's got her head screwed on. Yeah, she's not
Hillary, I love you.
Yeah, there'll be none of that. There'll be none of that. Yeah. Like Ashley's a little bit woke for you. Like
she's hardly in it though, isn't it?
Yeah, she was only in episode 1, I think.
It's quite invisible.
When you say woke, what does that mean?
No, as in like her thought process. Like she's up to the time. She knows what she's talking about.
Ashley's a bit dipsy in it. She's in her own little bubble. In the
old the whole thing kind of is a bit woke though. Yeah, I suppose it has to relate to modern times.
It's modern day times.
But when you think about it, even the old Fresh Prince, they did refer to a lot of woke things, but we didn't probably see it as woke as the time. It's a very rare special message that we had in maybe one in every 20 episodes that they might say something like that.
Will used to always wear Malcolm X tops.
Yeah.
But obviously the comedy just kind of blanketed all that, really.
I'd be real. I think with like I've spoken to a few people and they were like how I was. I don't know watch Fresh Prince. It's not supposed to be a remake. Blah blah. After watching the 3 episodes, I'm like, no, watch it. Like,
it's a really good.
It's a good. For me, it's actually they did very very well with it.
Yeah.
So is it gonna be weekly now?
Or? Yeah. It's weekly every Monday.
Yeah. And do you know what though? Yeah. I was always curious about the Bel-Air mansion in the 90s series. Yeah. And I'm thinking, oh, this house is big, isn't it? Like, but I want to see it, bro. I cannot gauge this house that they have now. It's massive, bro.
Yeah.
All their bedrooms alone is a mini apartment.
Serious.
Yeah. I'm thinking, why have you got a full lounge in your bedroom? Like, I don't understand it. Like,
bruv, walk-in wardrobes.
two curved staircases that go that like the garden. Like that's what I'm saying. You think that house that they had in the 90s, but that seemed a bit more homely though. The 90s one. It seemed a bit more. This one,
it's a bit more homely. Well, okay, I've seen this one, but
this one's it's a mansion. It's a mansion.
Yeah.
It's one of those ones where like if you had a mansion, you'd only be able to live in like one wing of the mansion. You wouldn't be able to live in the mansion.
Yeah,
there'd be bare empty rooms.
Yeah, and I guess there've been people have just been questioning about how Uncle Phil, like how much money he's got, how much his house was, and like they're asking all the questions that the audience would ask for, and it sort of been. So that was interesting.
Yeah.
So,
my one thing was it was Jeffrey.
I was going to say that.
My one thing was Jeffrey. Like I like the actor. Because obviously he does things over here, and he's a British actor, isn't it?
Yeah.
I can't remember what his name is, to be fair. I'll get his name in a moment.
Seen him in stuff, I just can't.
Casualty.
Yeah, that's it. Yes,
because he's been in. He's on that. I don't know if any of you watched that thing. Every Black History Month in England, they have this thing on ITV2 where like he asks like Judy Love and this other comedian. They have like three comedians or three people on each side, and they do like a quiz show, like what's what in Black history.
Yeah.
So it's
I think I've seen it once.
Yeah, that's the actor who is on it.
Okay. Yeah.
But it seems weird because in your eyes, Jeffrey was the butler.
Yeah, and he's just chilling, like
this
chilling
Jeffrey
on his phone,
don't look like he's the butler, bruv. This Jeffrey looks like it's the guy you call when you want to do ride outs.
What?
Like
so he has got that dry sense of humor that Jeffrey had, no?
He's got some jokes, but it's just a bit more smooth, isn't it? Like
he's smooth. Like you can see him trying to drop bars, everything. He's not old school Jeffrey. Like he's not a Benson.
Yeah.
But again, like I said, they had to distinguish it from it being Fresh Prince.
Jazz as well. There's Jazz.
Yeah.
Oh, Jazz is there,
Yeah.
But even my mum called me. She was like,
"Did they do it? Did they do that?"
No, they haven't got that yet.
No.
To be fair, he just meets Jazz.
Yeah, he doesn't know. Yes,
he meets Jazz in this program. Then my mum was like, "Didn't Jazz come from Philly as well?" And I was like, "I'm sure Jazz did come from Philly in the real one."
Yeah, because they knew him. Yeah, they knew each other before, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure they did.
But the question, the same thing I had in Fresh Prince originally.
No, he didn't.
Nah,
he didn't. They met in a club, and he told him to come to the house to play some drums.
Okay. So then it is that he met him over there.
Yeah.
But it is that same thing where they're estranged. Like Will and Aunt Viv they know each other. They don't really know each other. If that makes which is the same as in the normal Fresh Prince. Because in the normal Fresh Prince, I was like, hold on, why does when Will first came, Will's acting like he doesn't know everyone, yeah? But then the sisters around all the time. Like where they're not always around, but I guess families they make up and break up.
Remember, he's on East Coast, they're West Coast. So
So that's what I'm saying. Families can break up whenever they want, innit?
Yeah.
But I would recommend it. It's a good program.
Yeah, and I like the actor, man, like that plays Will Smith. It's so weird seeing, because obviously Will Smith in Fresh Prince, it's just Will Smith's real name, isn't it? And it's actually weird seeing someone now playing Will Smith, the Fresh Prince, and you just think that he's actually just playing Will Smith as well. It's weird, man. But no, he probably smashed it though. I do like him.
Yeah. Was Will Smith's surname Smith in Fresh Prince?
Yeah.
I didn't even clock. I didn't even clock that.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
But yeah, also special shout out goes to Hillary and also Aunt Viv, boy.
Or cracking, yeah.
They're like we talked about last week with strong Black women in these roles. They are. Coco Jones.
And Lisa's there as well, isn't it?
Lisa. And
Lisa. Lisa's there as well, isn't it?
No, I'm saying like she got a different story. She got a different storyline.
Yeah, she got a totally different storyline.
Who's Lisa again?
You remember
Lisa was Will's fiance.
Leah Long.
Oh, Leah Long. Yeah.
It's not the same character, man.
No,
at all. But,
that's good, man. You'll enjoy it. I like I said, watch it, see what you think. Like I said, the only one is Carlton is the one that is a little bit I'm not sure about, but I think I'll get used to it.
Yeah, we'll warm up to it. Yeah.
Yeah, man. But yeah, so make sure you do watch Bel-Air. That's on Peacock for those that have Peacock. If not, you can watch it on alternatives. there anything else that's been going on before we close?
No.
No.
From my side, no.
Okay, I've got one episode left of Peacemaker, which I'll watch in a moment. And then the next episode comes on later in the week. Yeah. All right, cool. Well,
Good
guys,
job.
that's episode 128. We're
Sorry.
No, go ahead, Kel, go ahead, man.
No, it's too, I thought you finished, innit? So
No, I have. It's episode 128.
I'm gonna say like, subscribe, share, comment. You know what I mean? End the show like that, but yeah. All right, guys. Ta-da!
All right,
Big
peace.
up.
Peace.